Hi, this is Cherie with Rehash Fiber. Today, I'm going to teach you how to mix your dyes so that you can create more interesting colors with the dyes that you have. Dyeing fiber is so much fun. And I want you to know that I am a recreational dyer. I am not a pro. However, I do it, I really have a lot of fun, and I have great results. So what I want to do is share that all with you so that you can do the same. You do not have to be a pro, but you can dye and have a great time. All right, so to get started today, I'm going to mix the colors of dyes that I do have, a few of them, so that I can create a really fun, bright bat of fiber is what I want to do. Most of my dyes are from Dharma Dyes, but I do have some others. I had a friend who had bulk dyes, so she just gave me some baggies full of dye, and it's red, yellow, and khaki. So those are the colors I have that I don't know the brand. Anyway, if you are new to dyeing, I'm just going to run over some things real quick. All the items that you use for dyeing need to be separate from what you use in your kitchen. You can find them at the dollar store, Walmart, garage sales, such like that, so that you don't have to spend a lot of money, but they need to be separate items. So it's good to have a bowl, and of course, your Farberware. I've got my strainer, I've got to spin the water out, my gloves. I mark everything fiber only so that my family doesn't mix it up, and I store it in a different place. Also, good idea to have one of these around for when you are mixing the dyes. You don't want to inhale any of it into your lungs, so this just helps out. And that's just when you're working with the powder. It's good to have a good scale. I have the Uniweigh scale, which is lovely. It takes it down to 1/10 of an ounce. So I can really weigh small amounts accurately. All right, so the first thing when you're dyeing is you want to weigh your dry fiber and make note of it. Then you can section it off. I have here the lingerie bags that I put it in to soak. So you want to know what you're starting with, and then you want to soak it for a couple of hours. Because I'm mixing dyes today, I'm actually making a dye stock. I want to keep this all simple. You weigh your fiber dry, divide it into 1 ounce amounts, and put into mesh laundry bags to soak. When you're dyeing, use 1% weight of fiber of your dye to get the correct depth of shade. Today I used 1 ounce of fiber for each color, and I mixed 2 dye colors for each dye pot. Most of them were 50% of each color. So that means 0.14 gram of each color, which adding those together will make 1% weight of fiber. I mixed the dye with 1 cup of water to make dye stock. And the reason I did this so that when I tested the dye on the fiber, if I wanted it to be lighter or darker, I could just add dye or water to the cup to make it darker or lighter. I put about 1 gallon of water and a cup of vinegar in the dye pan before I get started. Pre-soak additional fiber so you can test your dye on it first before you dye the rest of your fiber. I like that color, so I added the rest of the fiber. All right, I had it up to 200. Let's see how it's going here. All right, you still see the dye is in the water. We're gonna see if this fiber will absorb more. I'm gonna add some more vinegar to help in that process. And if it doesn't absorb it, then maybe I just do not have enough fiber in there to take up the dye, and that's okay. But we'll give this a bit longer. Checking this red-orange, it has taken up all the dye. So when you see there is no dye in the water, you can leave that water in and use it for the next round. So I'm going to turn the power off. I hate messing with water and power. Just keep that separate from each other. And just lift it right out of here. Ooh, that is a pretty orange red. Okay, just leave the pot here for the next round. I can rinse this and let it start to dry. I'm so happy with how the color mixing turned out. I laid them out in the order that I did them. So this was the reddish orange, the orangest red, and so on and so forth. This was what I had left of my dye stock that I just grabbed some rougher fiber that I have and just used it up on that. So that I can just do something else with later. I am gonna incorporate some white into the bat I'm gonna make. And I decided that this color that I dyed, I do not want to be in my bat. So this is the bat color. I'm so excited. I took the dyed fiber and I went ahead and just hand fluffed it like this. It just ends up making a nicer bat. If you stick it in hard and clumpy and not, fluffed out, it just, you can tell. I find it just a little bit harder in here. If you just want a nicer bat, fluff it out, and it may save you from having to do it twice, where if I just put this in, I'd probably have to run it through twice, and then I would still find areas that were kind of dense when I was spinning. So I just found it better to fluff it. So do that, and you know what? This is super exciting because I'm just gonna throw colors in and see what happens. And what I'm gonna try to do is just keep mixing up the colors and get a variety going in here. That is so much fun. I've been doing a lot of natural colors, which are also fabulous, but all this color is just great. I really like how the colors got mixed, and I don't need to mix it any further, so one time through the drum carder is going to do it. And I don't even see the Angelina in here, which is good because I like so little, just enough for a sparkle here and there. So that's perfect. The bat's all spun up into yarn and I love the colors. So much fun. So I hope you have a better understanding of how you can mix your dyes and make different colors. So thank you for joining me today. Happy dyeing. Thanks for watching.